Hey everybody, my name is Brian Clampit alongside my co-host Meredith Clampitt Whaley, and this is the brand new Fiber in the Family podcast, a brand new podcast helping move the graphic arts industry forward and connecting us all one fiber at a time.
Today we have a really fun episode. We're going to talk a little bit about who and what Clampitt Paper is. We're interviewing our dad, Don Clampit, the CEO, and we have a surprise guest, our little brother, Don Clampit, out of Colorado. So going through all things, the history of Clampitt.
That's right, and we're going to end the episode with some great tips and trends you won't want to miss. So tune in now to Fiber in the Family. Welcome everybody to the Fiber in the Family podcast. This is the first. This is big. This is huge.
Big news.
My name is Brian Clampit. This is my one and only amazing sister, Meredith,
Hi.
co-host extraordinaire.
I'm glad to be here. I'm really excited, Brian.
Well, I'm pumped. And I think this podcast, really the heart behind it all is that we would help the graphic arts industry at large move forward. And then also connect us one fiber at a time. Yep. So that's why we're Fiber in the Family. It's a family business. Meredith, talk a little bit more about just who we are and why we're going to do this.
Clampitt Paper is a family-owned paper company. We have been around, it'll be 85 years in 2026.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible. And obviously you and I are both in this great business, and we're the third generation. And so Clampitt Paper, like I said, a paper merchant. What that means is we buy paper from manufacturers and mills, and we stock it in various locations. We have 22 locations, and then we actually then sell it to printers, designers, end users. We have retail stores as well. So we basically bring paper to the people. We have this tagline, "We are the paper people," which we also love. And then over the last couple of years, probably 10 to 15 years, we also have gotten into wide format and equipment sales and equipment service. And so we don't just do paper anymore. So it's really exciting. It's a cool business, and I'm excited you're a part of it now. And we're so fortunate to be a part of it. So I love that we are able to do this podcast together and talk more about it.
Well, I'm definitely pumped and excited to be a part of it with you as well. Do you ever get the question, so do you guys make paper?
Always. We do not make paper, except for in paper school, we do a little demo on how paper's made with a little blender and a little toilet paper. But Clampitt does not actually make paper. But we have a lot of partners that do, and so that's pretty incredible. I got to go to Neenah, Wisconsin to see a paper mill, which was pretty fantastic.
Nice. Quick shout out, if you ever want to come to paper school, contact your local Clampitt rep, because we have them often and they're awesome.
Yeah, paper school is a fun place. You can officially become a paper nerd, get your paper diploma. Big deal.
Very nice. Have you ever seen the show The Office? And they're like, oh yeah. I said, that's exactly what I do.
Identical.
Well, hey, listen, here's what we're normally going to do on this podcast. We're going to go over the latest news from the industry. So if you want to stay up to date, you got to tune in each time, because we're going to keep you up to speed on all things happening, paper, graphic arts, printing, everything you'll need to know. Then we're going to have a special guest, industry experts, people we want to introduce you to. So excited to have a lot of great interviews coming up. And then what you are so good at, Meredith, the latest trends and tips and things that can help people find success in this industry. We're going to go over those each time as well.
I love that.
Meredith.
Yeah.
First episode, pilot episode.
Yes.
Tell people a little bit more about just you, who you are, how you got here today.
All right. I am Meredith Clampitt Whaley, currently Vice President of Marketing for Clampitt Paper. It'll be 15 years in January that I've been there, and I started in customer service. That's the way anyone who comes into sales training starts in customer service in the warehouse and goes through about a year-long training program. So from there, kind of just worked in different roles. I did creative center manager, specification sales, then to director of creative services, and now vice president of marketing. So it's been really fun. I've learned a lot. The paper industry is very cool in that you never actually know everything. You learn every single day. So that's something that I think is really cool about it.
Love it.
Now, Brian, why don't you tell us how you got into it?
Well,
it's newer.
I grew up rollerblading in the warehouse.
Yes.
Bring back rollerblading. Loved going with my dad on the weekends. Hey, we got a paper problem. I don't know what that means, but let's go. I get to go play in the warehouse. So grew up that. In high school, I'd work in the summers there. And college, I'd come back in the summers every once in a while and work a little bit here, work a little bit there. And then after graduating college, I actually helped start our division in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Right.
So
yes.
Did sales for a year, met a lot of great customers. And then I actually got out of the business for the last 15 years or so. I was pursuing church leadership. And then recently, my family and I have moved to Colorado. And so now we're back in the business, and I am doing sales for our Colorado division. So Clampitt, Colorado, we love you guys. Last question real quick, Meredith.
Sure.
It's Christmas. We love Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Christmas, Santa!
Tell everybody your favorite Christmas memory or tradition, or what do you got?
Okay. Mine is, in our family, as you know, my mom and I and some family friends, we always make this treat called puppy chow. It is not, it's not a dog treat, actually. People think it is. But also you see, I've seen it in stores recently, and it's never as good as ours. So, but we make a bunch of batches of puppy chow, and we give it to friends and family.
Give us a rundown. What's in it? Ingredients.
It's like everything that's delicious. It's peanut butter, semi-sweet chocolate chips, and milk chocolate chips. You melt that all together. You pour it over Crispix cereal.
Now you're the preacher. Come on.
You fold it. You got to fold it. It's a very unique fold. You can't
fold technique.
Can't crush the Crispix.
Don't want to crush the Crispix.
And then you shake it with powdered sugar on top. And it is so fantastic. The last year we did it, we made 14 batches.
And here's the cool part. Calories don't count.
Oh, 100%.
At Christmas, so
100%. And then I freeze it.
Have at it.
And then I take a cup at night and I eat a little.
Oh, frozen puppy chow.
That's
the
best.
You're bringing back memories.
I know. Yep.
Love that.
So what about you? What's your favorite?
I always love, right after Thanksgiving, we go to our uncle's farm and shoot guns and walk around the wilderness. And we've gone hunting for every time we go, and we've yet to see an animal. But
I'll get up at 5 a.m., I think.
But it's a great time. It's the best. And so there's that. And then my birthday happens to be on Christmas Day also.
I know.
And as a kid, not so great. Kind of felt like a ripoff. But
I remember.
But I had great parents, have great parents, and then I have a wonderful wife, and they have celebrated me well. So separate. Christmas is in the morning, birthdays at night.
Okay. So. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Anyway, Meredith, glad to be here with you. And
glad to be here with you.
I think it's time to bring on our very special guest for the day.
I think so too.
Well, hello and welcome to our special guest today, who is really not a guest. He is
our dad.
He's our dad. He's family. And
he is the fiber in this family.
Yes.
Wow.
So thanks for being part of the very first ever Fiber in the Family podcast.
Well, I mean, this is truly an honor to have my two of my three children here on this first ever podcast.
Meredith, give him a quick bio introduction.
Don Clampit. Wow. He has been in the paper business at Clampitt Paper 46 years.
That's right.
Current CEO and chairman of Clampitt Paper. He is a legend. He is second generation. His father, Max Clampit, started the company with his mother, Mary Nell Clampit. And I mean, literally the list would go on as far as board seats and awards and all of the things. But in our mind, he's our fearless leader. He's our favorite human, favorite pops. Our dad, Don Clampit.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say I've known you for almost 41 years now, and you're the best dad I've ever had.
Well, if that isn't the best compliment I've ever heard.
Maybe only. Yeah.
No, but we love you so much, and we're so excited to be here with you. And wanted to just start off to hear a little bit about you, the story of Clampitt Paper. I know we have our brand new Clampitt brochure, which you have masterfully gone through. I've seen you go through it, but it tells the story in a great way. But first question. Yeah. What paper person are you? Meredith, real quick, explain the paper people.
Okay, so the paper people are part of our branding, our Clampitt Paper People logo and branding. John Fleming is a super talented fine Texas artist now. Back in 1995, he and Don Clampit collaborated, and John created the Paper People. So they are all these little characters that have names like Barney Fiber, the Linen Sisters, CoverGirl. So we'll show you all of those. And
Tex, wait.
Is that who you are?
No. Okay. My character's yet to be. I've got a good name for mine.
Oh, you're gonna make a new one?
How about High Bulk?
High Bulk.
High.
Okay.
I can't wait to see that.
I like that. I was thinking Captain Clampitt for you.
We have Captain. Yeah.
What we want to know is you're like the current Paper People family. Mm-hmm. Who would you relate most to? Right.
Exactly.
Right now, I'm thinking Sir Bristol.
All right. The pipe. He's got a little pipe.
Absolutely.
All right.
I
can get down with that.
See,
the holiday week.
I would have guessed like the original
Barney
the
Fiber?
OG,
the OG
Barney Fiber. You just look at him, you say, that guy loves paper.
This is Barney. Barney's the man.
There's Barney right there. That's what I would have guessed.
You think? Well,
and you could rock a cool hat like that
and a bow tie.
Well, okay. Looks like I'm being officially named Barney.
This isn't who we think he should be.
I know. We didn't let you decide. While we're on this topic, can we talk about the ties? Are we the last company in the world, in the United States, forcing people to wear ties?
Well, I choose not to use the word forcing.
Well,
I think
Clampitt Paper
it represents a certain level of professionalism.
Okay, agreed.
And I think when our folks come into an account, they know that it's either their tax accountant, lawyer, or Clampitt Paper rep. But my point is that you just can't help but raise the game based on the way you look. I hate to say it. I mean, we try to downplay that, but I think the more professional you look, the more professional you act.
Okay.
As Coach Prime says, you look good, you feel good, you play good, they pay good. So there you go.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you
Barney
for sharing who your paper person is. Who are you, Meredith, real quick?
Oh man.
It's an easy one.
No.
I would love to be CoverGirl, but I think I'm Paige.
That's exactly what I was going to say. See, CoverGirl, she's
glamorous.
too humble to be CoverGirl, but she's going to be Paige because Paige is understated beauty.
Aw, that's so nice.
Oh, that's a good dad.
That's a good dad. Paige is she's chilling.
I was gonna say that I'm the natural.
Okay.
Oh,
you are pretty
A
natural.
little sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little sporty.
You can kind of do it all. You are natural.
I'm getting older and the knees are feeling it, but I still like to think I'm sporty. All right, Dad, give us the rundown. Give us a story of Clampitt Paper Company. Give us the why behind it all. How did it start? Where did it get to where it is? How did it get to where it is today?
I think, there's so many stories make up Clampitt and the beginning of Clampitt. And I think, as you guys know and have heard me tell you, that Dad borrowed money from Republic Bank and from a private investor here in Dallas. And if you think about it, in 1940, 41, there was really private equity was not a thing. So to have him borrow that money from a guy and then 50 from Republic, so now he's in debt $100,000 out of the chute. So in starting a business from scratch in 41 prior to World War II, and then going into World War II, right? Think about that for a minute. Paper was hard to get. And he truly kind of blazed a trail in the converting area because he had to get a sheeter because the mills wouldn't sell him sheets, so he had to buy a sheeter to sheet sheets. And, just a story of grit, to be honest. And that led to 1950 where his silent partner tried to sell the business out from under him. And he was prepared to take the company into bankruptcy and start over in Fort Worth under another name. So if you just think about that for a minute, and I've been in the seat now as CEO for 24 years, that takes a heck of a lot to think about doing something what he was told his employees he was ready to do. But, he had poured his heart and soul into what he's doing. And I think part of the beauty of what we've got today stems from that. And it's interesting to see you guys begin this roles that you guys take in the business. It's so much bigger than just the paper business. It's truly a family business. And we all believe that we can make it better, our industry.
Yeah, and that's the heart behind this podcast, is to make these businesses better. All these businesses that make our industry so special, so unique, so tactile, but that we can make it better. We can add value. And I think you've done that to us personally. You've done that to Clampitt Paper as a whole. You've added so much value, and the creativity, the ideas you've had, and everything. It's been awesome to watch the ride, watch the journey.
It has been an incredible journey. So when I graduated from New Mexico, I was going to go to work with your mother in Denver, ironically enough. And my mom had had a stroke my junior year at New Mexico. And so we ended up kind of pivoting and coming back to Dallas. And that was not your mom's first choice. Let me just tell you that. And so nonetheless, came back and I kind of went through the same year-long. Actually, I've been in the warehouse probably 5 or 6 times at this point. And, I got fairly proficient at wrapping and driving forklifts and then I went into outside sales. All that being said is it was, I'm really, at the end of the day, I'm a paper salesman at heart. And that's kind of the way I grew up. And, but I also got to watch Dad do different things, watch how he treated people, watch how involved he was in the community, which I'll be honest with you, I feel like I've fallen way short of that. But he was amazing.
Disagree. We just donated almost 400 pounds to the food bank.
Well, no, I'm talking about, giving money and things is one thing, but giving time and being a committee chair for the Civil Defense Committee during the Cuban Missile Crisis, that's a pretty big task, So, he was doing all kinds of stuff. You guys may or may not know this, but he was on the committee that helped determine that the next regional U.S. post office was going to come to Dallas.
Wow.
So the reason...
What year was that?
Oh, that was back in the probably late 50s.
Wow. When you said committee, all I thought was the committee to plan parties.
little office reference. The CPP.
That's the first
party
thing
planning. PPC.
And by the way, I did plan good parties, though. I know you think you have an exclusive on that. But
no, I do not. I've heard legend.
We had some very...
Graphic art shows.
Graphic art show here.
Oh, that reminds me. It's our Christmas episode. We were talking about Christmas traditions. I am going to petition you, since I have you on the spot. It's one of my favorite early childhood memories.
Oh, yeah.
The Clampitt Paper family Christmas breakfast.
With Santa.
Santa Claus in the warehouse. Bring it back. It was the best.
The problem, well, I guess we need to do it on a weekday.
Right.
Because it used to be Saturday morning. My mom was
so
there.
We changed that too.
Well, Saturday was a work day back in those days, wasn't
right.
it?
It was. It was a half day Saturday.
This is a soft generation. 5 days a week, 40 hours. What are we doing? We've gone
God, we are so lazy.
No kidding.
Your goodness.
Oh.
Anyway, great memory.
So we need to bring the breakfast back. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think I'm just hungry for breakfast.
I think I am too, actually. Can't you mention?
Brian is always hungry. He had all the snacks.
Shout out to Mallard Agency for the great snacks.
Wonderful stuff.
Love you guys. All right. Anyway, I'm kind of getting us off track. But now that you've been in the industry for a while, talk about when Grandpa Max passed away, your transition into leadership. Talk us through that.
It was a crazy first year. I'll tell you that, because we had some legal issues. We had, the whole estate tax issues, and then just trying to figure out how I was going to, take the company to the next level.
Well, and without the person that you've been working under, that's adding grief to a whole nother level of just toughness.
Yeah, I mean, it was, it was that first year was really kind of challenging. And I remember also getting to about year 6, because we're at 2006, 7. And I remember specifically driving down.
7.
So I remember driving down Regal Row, and I'm thinking, I got this stuff kind of dialed in.
Oh, no.
Right? And then the financial crisis happened. Our largest customer is struggling. And I'm thinking, anytime I start feeling too good, look in the rearview mirror, because something's coming.
Something's coming.
So, and I think, but, even when we had the problem, back in 2000, the legal problem, my father, I asked him what he thought about all that, and he pushed away from the table, looked up to the glass windows that we all have, that share the offices, and he goes, a good company needs a crisis about every 10 years.
I remember you said that.
And I'm thinking, was he just a visionary or what? But he's right.
But haven't we had like 3 or 4 crises in the last 5 years?
I mean, yeah, we had
COVID, shortage, tariffs. Are we good for a little bit? Yeah. I mean, like,
I think it's maybe saying you really can't ever rest on your laurels.
100%.
Right. But you guys know that.
So quick nugget takeaway. What you're saying is, don't get complacent.
That's exactly.
Keep learning, keep growing, keep improving.
That's right. And surround yourself with good people, including family.
Fiber in the family.
And people that are not in the family, but that are like family.
Absolutely.
Like family.
Trustworthy leaders.
100%.
We have the most amazing team.
We have a great, incredibly good team.
We're so fortunate.
Well, Dad, love hearing the story and the process of how you got to where you are today. Mm-hmm. And so talk about the business as it sits today.
So as it sits today, I feel like we're in a really good position as we've diversified in this wide format area to not only just the materials and the inks and those kind of things, consumables, but we've also moved into equipment. And so it's been in service. And I must say, shout out to our tech department, which does an incredibly good job of keeping the equipment running and serviced properly. And, I feel good going into the future. There's probably, some other things we could bolt on this, but I really feel the upside in the wide format is big for us.
One of the things that always has stood out to me, Dad, you have said something along the lines of, we're not just selling paper, we're solving people's problems.
Yes.
And I feel like I've heard a common thread of that answer in a lot of different industries. But for the most successful people in whatever industry, that is the theme. They care about people. They want to solve people's problems. Where does that come from in you, and how does one do more of that, think more of that way?
I would say it really comes from an intentional action to want to please somebody. It comes from that. You've heard of people pleasers, so my point is that I think if you set out intentionally to do that every day, that you're going to be solving problems, but you're going to be, we both know generally how to treat people and how people want to be treated. We have this word, I've used it in another podcast, delight. And I think to me, speaks volumes. And delighting people is also in solving problems when you take care of somebody.
Yeah, and I think it's like really ingrained in the Clampitt culture is like if you set out every day to make someone's day a little bit better or to help, delight someone. And then when you look back, like hopefully they are always having a good experience with you and hopefully they want to come back and want to continue to partner with you and work with you. But it's from that We're just trying to make people's life a little bit better, a little bit easier.
That's right.
Bring a little bit of joy. And it might be the worst time, right? There might be a problem. But if you can fix it for them and make them look back and look at it with, okay, that wasn't so bad because Clampitt took care of it,
Yeah, and I love that word delight. And I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what our industry as a whole does. The finished product, whether it's a printed piece, whether it's a sign, whether it's some kind of direct mail advertising, whatever it may be, when you get it, you can be delighted by it.
Yeah.
Like, it can be fun, it can invoke emotion, it can make you happy, it can make you smile.
Definitely.
When it gets so lost in the digital world or another commercial or another email, like having something is like, oh, this is really cool. Like, I like this. Like, bringing delight, I think, is a special thing that we can do at large. So.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Dad, great answer.
Well, what I was also going to tell you is that just because the world is telling you, this will resonate with you specifically. Just because the world is telling you this is the way you need to go, sometimes going against the grain will produce a significantly better outcome for the style of company that you are.
Good one.
Yeah, and one thing with that, Dad, is like over the years, we've seen a lot of changes at the mill level and at the merchant level. We've seen a lot of people go away from certain things or come back to certain things, or their commitments have changed. But I feel like your directive, your passion has always been kind of, we take care of the customer. We continue to serve the design community. We continue to do the things that we do. And the consistency is part of that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because everyone else is going away from it, maybe for whatever reason. We have kept doing it because we believe in it, right?
That is 100% true.
And it's like, I think at the end of the day, people know that we do believe in them. We believe in what we do and them.
And a good example is the sample rooms. Yeah. Most our peer group, people we know and love, they've kind of gotten out of doing sample offering for folks. And we've actually gone the opposite direction, and we invite people down to really get involved with our language that we speak.
Yes.
We have our own little paper language.
Paper math's a whole different language.
Oh, and so you get people, and you watch them in that sample room.
Yeah.
Just light up. It's great.
Well, and little shout out, if you don't know what a sample room is, it's where we keep unprinted samples we have 3,000 bins of unprinted samples from all of our mill partners, and we actually make mock-up dummies for our customers. So they're unprinted mock-ups, pocket folders, anything that a customer might need to see the project before it's printed. So
a lot of fiber.
A lot of fiber in this family.
I'm telling you.
Last question from me. Less of a question, more of a open mic opportunity, but give some encouragement to other people in positions of leadership, maybe some of your peers across the industry.
I'd say the main thing is, pick your freeway that you want to get on and stay on it and just give it everything you got. I think when you start sometimes going all kinds of different directions, and, you can't, it's hard to build momentum. And I think that the more you focus and keep a focus for a long period of time. A focus isn't 6 weeks, and think longer game, longer term.
Totally.
That would be the advice that I would give.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a great answer.
Meredith, do you have any more questions?
Well, do you have questions for us? I know.
Oh, man.
This has been one way.
A little one-sided.
I feel like Tad's itching with questions.
Oh, I am itching.
Well, he is our special guest.
That's true.
But we do work for him. So
he is the boss.
Now I can ask this question. So I couldn't be prouder of the both of you, but I can't. There is no. I've said this before. There's no prouder moment than to see you coming down the hallway and know that, hey, this is cool. This is really cool. I've built something that lasts, right? And I think it's interesting because I feel like I've passed that down to you guys, that you understand more today about why I did the things I did in my earlier years, meaning that it's a commitment level that you have because you also realize we're feeding 285 people, right? So there's a commitment to those families.
Yeah.
So, and you guys realize that, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay. So now, first question for you is: you sold paper for us in Albuquerque when you first got out of college, and then you were in ministry for 14, 15 years, and now you're back on the streets again selling paper in Colorado Springs. What have you learned in this interim about, or that you didn't know the first year you would have done differently, or what did you learn that first year you've been able to transfer to this last 8 months?
Well, there's probably a lot of different answers to that. A couple things that come to my mind is I remember having a BlackBerry or a T-Mobile Sidekick. You remember those? That was about the latest, greatest technology. And so now that the technology being what it is, iPhones and things like that, there's such a faster response to customers. And so what I would say is an increased care, an increased emphasis on serving the customer, getting answers quickly. I think I've been able to improve in that based on technology. I think one of the things I was not good at initially was asking for business.
Yeah.
It's kind of a scary thing, and not feeling like I'm super salesy. It was just like, I'm here if you need me, call me if you need something, and no one really ever calls. But now, I think now having more of a boldness where it's knowing that I can actually help them, so I don't have to be afraid to ask them for business. I'll say, hey, give me some prices. Why don't you show me what you're working on?
Yeah.
I'll help you with this. I'll shoot you some options. Having more of a boldness just to do that, to ask them for business, has been something, and maybe that's just growing comfortable in my own skin or maturing a little bit, but doing more of that, I think, has paid off, and I've been able to make a little traction quicker now than I did in
The
my
first
early
go
years.
Okay.
I think that's just a good sales tip too, because it took me a long time in sales before someone's like, have you asked for business? And I'm like, well, no, but I go there every week. And I did, yeah. You do it, and sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. But that's good advice.
So now I have a question for you, Meredith.
Good.
So as your role has developed, right, you've taken more and more things under your wing. Like, for instance, first it was just the creative center, and then it became the sample room, then it became you've really kind of adopted all of business development. What do you enjoy the most? What do you wish you could do better? What
enjoy the most, I think, is definitely like relationships with the people, like the people within Clampitt that I get to work with, and just kind of learning more about their style or how they do things or how they got where, like, to us, and kind of helping along those lines. As far as what I wish I could do better is I feel like I think a lot of family businesses, small businesses have this where everyone wears a lot of hats, which is one thing I absolutely love about what we do, is I get to do a lot of different things. No day is the same. But at times I feel like there's so much going on that I don't feel like I can do any one part of my job really well. So I feel at times like I'm doing a lot of things just kind of okay. Mm-hmm. So I think one thing I am trying to work on is sort of leveling up a variety of things, and trying to kind of, manage myself and my time a little bit better. So those would be my two things.
Wow.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right, we have a surprise guest. What? A surprise guest joining us. None other than our younger brother, Clampitt.
Hey.
How's it
Hi,
going?
Colum.
Hey, Colin.
Hello.
Look at you, handsome devil.
Thank you, gorgeous.
We figured for Fiber in the Family, the first episode, we had to get the whole family here all together. Dad, I just want to know how you feeling right now.
I'm feeling just higher than a kite. I mean, there is nothing better than this.
Aw.
Well, Colum, glad you're here. We love you. We miss you.
Love you, miss too.
Just tell everybody a little bit about yourself real quick and what you do with the business.
So, obviously, Don Clampit. I work for the Denver location up here. So I'm a salesperson just like Brian. And I sort of head the paper sales part up here. So I sell paper for Clampitt.
How long have you been in the business, though, Cole?
I've been in for 3 years now, or 3 years in Denver and 4 years at Clampitt.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, and let me just say, Cullum is really good at selling paper, just being an all-around paper guy. I've got to
thank you, Brian.
Work with him quite a bit lately, and it's just I feel like a proud older brother, and he really does a great job. So, Cullum, shout out to you and everybody there in Colorado. We love you, dude. We wish you were here in person too.
Same here.
Real quick, what paper person are you?
I couldn't tell you many of the names, so I would go with Barney probably. The main guy, top dog.
Barney Fiber Jr.
Barney Fiber Jr. It's perfect. Short.
BFJ.
There's Barney right there.
He's just a classic.
He's a classic.
He'd look pretty good sporting a hat too.
Oh, he does.
I'll go get my cowboy hat right now. I look just like him.
Yeah.
Solid. Okay, here's the big finale question for the family interview. I think a lot of people want to know, going to add some value to people out there. But what does it take not only to make a family business work, but also what does it take to work well in a family business?
Wow.
I might have to, are we asking me the question?
I'm asking all three of you guys.
I would say number one, and I would say I've tried to do this with all of y'all. Brian, you're a little different because you made a different path after the first year. But I would have to say that, especially with you and Cullum, I wanted y'all to fall in love with the business first. Mm-hmm. And once you fell in love with the business, I felt like most things would fall into place. I think you got to couple that with the fact that we have good open communications. You're not afraid to say, hey, I don't like this, Dad, and this is what's going on. This is the way I feel. And you got to be able to have open, honest dialogue. Right, Cullum?
Yep. I think we've had some good conversations the last couple of years, sort of that put us not into place, but you learn a lot wherever you are at, and you get comfortable and you start really loving what you do. And I think for how close all four of us are, it makes my job, it makes me want to love my job even more every single day. I get to call Meredith for help, get to call Dad for help, get to work with Brian, get to see him a lot. It's a great feeling.
So can I ask, it's kind of cool, I'll tell you something else, is that both you guys are in Colorado and you're 14 years apart, roughly. Isn't that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And to watch the relationship that you guys have developed since you moved to Colorado Springs, it's nothing more special than that.
It's been great. When I went off to college, he was just a wee little guy, 4 years old maybe. And so now that we have adult relationship, it's been special for me, for sure.
Yeah.
So, Cullum, would you add anything else to how to make a family business work?
I think how it's working right now is perfect, I would say. I mean, it's all of it goes in relationships, like Dad was saying, and how me and Meredith or me and you are sort of stiff with each other wouldn't work like it is now, but how we were raised and how we treat each other is sort of makes it run the best.
Thanks, Cullum. Mayor, what would you say? Or even kind of speak to the other family businesses out there that are maybe struggling through some difficult times. What advice would you give them?
I want to first say we're so fortunate. I mean, we're so fortunate to have our dad because he has always been super just forward-thinking, open, really, he's not afraid of change. He's not, a little bit with the ties, but other than that.
Not changing.
He's super just innovative. And, when anybody has crazy ideas, you can go to him and he's never going to be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He would be like, let me think about it. So that is a huge thing. I think I heard a lot of horror stories when I first started. They're like, whoa, family business, man, that must be horrible, right? And I'm like, why does it have that connotation? And I think because, well, I think there's a lot of just things that can happen that are, you know, maybe greed or maybe other things that can happen. So I think if you're honest with each other and you're open and, you know, having those conversations, like I'm feeling really overwhelmed, like I need a minute, or our leadership team is very close and communicative, and building that trust with those people who might not actually be Clampit family, but they are Clampitt Paper family, and having that trust and being able to lean on each other when somebody needs a break or somebody needs to go here or there. So it's that level of trust and that level of commitment, and everybody really has the same end goal in mind. And I think that is really the heart of it, and that's really what makes it continue to be successful. And I think, like Colm said too, is just everyone being able to lean on each other and everyone wants the best for their peers, and that feels really good. So I think that for me would be it. And I think, yeah, just being able to be honest with your family, because a lot of times I think that's what starts it, right? Is you're not telling somebody something, and then there's all this secrets, and that's never good.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Never, ever.
No doubt. And I'll kind of piggyback on what you say. The thing that I've always learned is that a company's greatest asset is the people.
100%.
And the fact that it starts with you and the family, I think it's a great family. But then the employees, all the team members we have throughout Clampitt are just amazing, amazing people.
They really are.
And again, starting at the top, we care about people. We care about them. That's not just another number, another employee, someone to do a task, but it's a person who's a part of the Clampitt team, a person who's a part of the Clampitt family. Like you said earlier when we were talking, like, we're responsible for feeding these families. And so people matter, people care. When you take good care of people, things will take care of themselves.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Thank you for making Clampitt Paper and the Clampitt family a great place to work, great place to be a part of. Colm, thanks for taking some time to join in with us.
Of course. It was awesome.
Merry Christmas to you, buddy.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas, guys. Dad, thank you for being with us. We love you so much. And
I love you guys.
And we're gonna get on to some tips and trends with Meredith, which I can't wait for.
Well, thanks for letting me be part of it. So,
all right, Mayor, last segment of the day, tips and trends. I already know it's going to be my favorite part of our podcast together. And here's what we want from everybody listening to. In the comments, put down the tips and trends you're seeing, the industry news as well. We love hearing from our fantastic audience.
All 6 of you, if you have any also questions about paper or tips and trends or anything, let us know, right?
And is this the cringy time to ask people to like and subscribe and share it with their friends too? Okay, please do that. All right, moving on. Tips and trends.
Tips and trends.
Okay, Mayor, first one.
Okay.
Steak restaurant.
Okay.
Okay, you get the receipt, and you're like, wow, this is not typical receipt paper.
Nicer.
It's like thick. It's heavy. It's like, oh, this is a nice steak restaurant. And the paper was like the icing on the cake. Yeah. So here's a tip. Use a heavier grade paper for perceived quality.
I would 100% agree. I think, and the receipt you think is like not that big of a deal, but if you're spending a good amount of money on a meal and you get like the regular gas station receipt, you're like, what? I know a lot of people maybe don't mind, but I totally agree. But then that translates to business cards, to pocket folders.
How much more impactful is it with those things?
If you hand someone a business card and it's like 65-pound cover, which is more rare, but 80-pound cover, no.
It's flimsy. Like, what are we doing?
It's got to be 100-pound or more. I mean, even 165, 220 cotton.
Yeah, some of the stuff that you're laminating, like let's get strong with the cards, people.
Absolutely. Act like you've been somewhere before, okay?
So heavier stock, perceived quality.
100%.
Big tip. Very important. Very important. Okay, let's move on to some trends we're seeing. Okay. This is the design community now.
Okay.
Bold minimalism.
Obsessed.
Buying, selling, liking it.
I love it. I love big type. I love, I really love just the like fun, vibrant colors and, but not being too much. So I love it.
It's simple, but impactful.
Yes.
Like Ooh, I know exactly what they're trying to say.
Agreed.
I'm not confused. It's not too busy.
Yep.
Love it.
And I want to put it out there. I'm not a designer. I wish I had those talents. But as far as me as a person, I do love that style. I love it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, next one I'm seeing a little bit, predicting a little bit.
Okay.
All right, get ready.
I'm worried.
It is the coated paper comeback. We know that the creative space loves uncoated texture, and I do too.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing just an increase in all things professional, and I feel like a coated paper in general is making a bit of a comeback.
Well, what I'll say is that I love all paper. I really do. And there's always a place for coated paper, uncoated paper, everything. In the UK, there's this huge trend right now for high gloss. Like high gloss is coming back and shiny. Like these foil boards are really popular everywhere. They're like the mirror foil and the rainbow foil. That's huge right now. So I do think you're right. I think this.
We're talking like a chrome coat?
Yes.
Okay.
Cast coated, yeah, super shiny. That's a trend that's coming back, which is crazy because for so long it's like gloss is gross, get away. But for me, text and cover, I teach that in paper school. I love texture. I love uncoated paper so much. So I'm like, I want that to stick around too. But I do think you're right. I don't necessarily love gloss, but there's a professional, and photography is perfect for coated paper always. So I think you're right, but even though I don't want to admit it.
Okay. All right. Very good. Lastly, like we said, this is our Christmas episode.
Okay.
Any Christmas hot takes you got?
I do have. I think this is like HSO, Hot Sports Opinion. They say I am so tired of everyone I've ever interacted with online letting me know they're closed on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like, yeah, thanks.
I should hope so. I should hope you're closed.
I got 100 emails over the weekend about who's closed, and it's just like, enough. You will not be getting a Clampitt Paper email about when we're closed. Let me tell you, we are closed on Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's Day. We'll let you know, though. We'll let you know on social media.
We're getting soft, like we talked about earlier.
Oh, my gosh.
Too many days off.
Yeah, they used to. Clampitt Paper used to do inventory the Friday after Thanksgiving. Can you believe that?
Wild.
Smart.
Smart. Max Clampit was a brilliant man. Passed it on to you and me. Maybe some of it.
I wouldn't
anyway.
have lasted a week working for Grandpa Max, I don't think.
All right, Meredith, this was a lot of fun.
So fun.
Enjoyed it. Fiber in the Family.
Fiber in the
Episode 1 in the books. Merry Christmas, everybody.